Sometimes, skill alone is not enough to finish a game. Sometimes, we have to find that perfect moment lying just beyond what we want to see happen and really get to work for it. Did you know that mastering resilience might be the secret to defeating some of the toughest and most iconic bosses in gaming history? Like Jenova and Sephiroth at the end of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Whether you're dodging relentless attacks or trying to find that perfect counterstrike, success often comes down to more than just strategy. It's about mindset. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll be crushing challenges in the higher difficulties of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth like a pro, or any other game that you want to use these life lessons for. I'm Dr. Gameology, and I'm hoping you are ready to level up with me. Not just your gaming skills, but your entire mindset. Today we're talking about the art of resilience and how it can transform the way you play, starting with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but also moving across any life area where you need to use these skills. I'll cover what resilience really means, why it's a game changer for boss fights, and how to apply it in your battles with iconic foes like Sephiroth, or their metaphorical parallels across all the different places where you need to use your skills in life. By the end of this video, you'll have actionable tips to not just survive, but dominate. Let's get started on this journey and see what we can uncover about resilience. Many gamers struggle with tough boss fights. They make us feel overwhelmed and frustrated, and whenever we face a powerful enemy like Sephiroth, we can get a shiver down our spine with the anticipation of what this boss fight is going to give us. After all, Sephiroth has built an epic villain of gaming reputation from the last 30 years as a killer of our favorite heroes, or at least one special one. And so getting to him and having the opportunity to defeat him is a big deal in the context of the narrative that Final Fantasy VII gives us to play. But what if I told you that the key to defeating Sephiroth lies not in mastering complex combos or exploiting obscure glitches, but it's actually in cultivating a different kind of strength altogether, the strength of resilience. For many of us, tough boss fights like the finale against Jenova and Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth serve as a harsh reminder of our own limitations and our potential shortcomings. We try, we fail, and we get frustrated. But what if, instead of giving up, we viewed these failures as opportunities to learn and grow? What if, instead of getting discouraged, we use these setbacks to fuel our determination and persevere until we figure it out and bring it all together? As a side note, this video was inspired by my dynamic difficulty run that I shared with my community on my recent streams that happened over at Twitch. If this sounds like a good time to you and you want to know more, you can always feel free to join my Discord or follow and sub on Twitch to stay up to date on all the quests we do to bring you these videos over here on YouTube. Any support you can give to my channel and my community is much appreciated. But back to the conversation for this video. When we're faced with our supreme ordeal like it's a final boss fight, it's easy to let frustration and anxiety get the better of us. Our palms get sweaty, our hearts race, and our minds go blank. It's in these moments that we need to remind ourselves that we're not just fighting against a boss, but against our own limitations. And that's where resilience comes in. We haven't overcome this challenge before, but that doesn't mean that we never will. By learning to manage our emotions, focus on the present, and view failures as stepping stones towards success, we also tap into a deep well of inner strength that can carry us through even the toughest of challenges. But what does it mean to be resilient in gaming? Simply put, resilience is your ability to bounce back after setbacks and keep trying, even when things get tough. Think about those moments when you're facing Sephiroth or another terrifying video game villain for the 26th time in a row, and you're ready to throw your controller and just break stuff in frustration. That's where resilience needs to kick in. It's not just about brute force or technical skill during the game. At that point, the boss fight itself is about mental toughness. Resilient gamers approach each failure as a lesson. Every knockout is an opportunity to recalibrate, adjust strategies, and try again. The game doesn't define you. How you react to the challenge does. This isn't to say, of course, that mastering resilience is a walk in the park. It takes time, effort, and practice to develop the mental toughness needed to overcome obstacles like Genova and Sephiroth. Actually, society doesn't give us a really good training ground to learn this lesson, because a lot of the challenges we face in childhood, adolescence, young adulthood, and even to middle age and older adulthood, the expectation, if we actually apply ourselves, is that we will succeed relatively early. But in video games, the challenge is to be challenged. Therefore, you're not expected to win fights like that on the first try, and sometimes even on the 50th try. The goal is to appreciate the challenge. When we cultivate resilience, we're not just improving our chances of beating a tough boss fight like this. We're upgrading our entire gaming experience. And if we do this outside of a video game, we're upgrading our entire experience of life, which gives us a better shot at a high level of satisfaction with life. We're learning to approach challenges with confidence, to bounce back from setbacks with greater ease, and to find triumph in the most unexpected ways. Resilience is about more than just winning or losing. It's about growing, learning, and becoming a better version of ourselves. And that's exactly what we're going to be exploring in this video, using this boss fight example from Final Fantasy VII. These mentalities are where we get into the real game changer, growth mindset. A growth mindset is crucial for all of this, not just in gaming, but also in life. This mindset means believing that you can and will improve through effort, and that failures are just a step towards success. In fact, I don't like to call them failures at all. I just like to call them non-successes. And in order to find success, we have to open ourselves up to the opportunity to experience the non-successes and learn from them enough to make success a possibility moving forward. Take this example from my streams of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Facing Sephiroth at the end of the game isn't just about memorizing his attack patterns. It's about knowing each defeat makes you better, and I had a lot of them. Maybe you can learn how to dodge one devastating AoE attack, or you can figure out how to use your team synergy between Cloud and Aerith better. Those are growth mindset ideas in action, but you have to string them all together in order to make the strategy work. The trick is to remind yourself you're not supposed to instantly succeed at this fight. The true victory lies in how you adapt and learn over time. Success isn't the opposite of failure, it's built on it. And that leads me to a pro tip. Keep a mental checklist while you're playing. After each defeat, ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do differently? Write it down if you need to. Clarity leads to mastery over time. Always remember that. Learning from failures, maintaining a positive mindset, and practicing patience during gameplay are just a few of the key strategies for building up your resilience. Non-success or failure is not the end, it's part of the process. The game was developed for you to have these experiences. Genova punishing you with that overpowered tentacle attack, it's not just a setback, it's feedback. The game is teaching you where your gaps are in your skill, whether it's poor timing, resource management, or simply not having the right materia equipped in your party. Failure shows you what needs attention. Open up your mind and pay attention to it, and you will find the path forward. Instead of dreading failure, lean into it. Watch replays of your boss fights if the game allows you to do it, or screen record just for you to review later. If you can identify patterns or moments where you falter, you'll be able to turn this around. Even seasoned players lose, but what separates them is how they approach each mistake, not as something to avoid, but as building blocks to success later. That leads me to another pro tip for you. Use every failure to uncover your opponent's tells. Does that AoE attack always follow after a charge forward? There you go. Find the rhythm and exploit it. That will make your next playthrough much more relaxing because you'll know what's coming, because you remember the pattern and you can feel the flow of the battle now. These techniques may seem simple, but trust me, they're incredibly powerful. By learning from our mistakes, we identify patterns and weaknesses that might have otherwise gone unnoticed for a long time. By maintaining a positive mindset, we're able to stay focused, motivated, and energized. And even in the face of adversity, we can hold on to those superpowers. By practicing our patience, we're able to then avoid getting caught up in the heat of the moment and make more informed strategic decisions instead of getting distracted with all the negativity of how poorly we're performing. Stay positive, even when it's hard to do it. Negative thoughts are your biggest enemy here. If you go into a fight believing you've already lost or that losing is the most probable outcome, you're giving Sephiroth half the battle away at the beginning. Staying positive doesn't mean you're ignoring how tough things are. It just means you're choosing to believe in you. And that is the most powerful response you can have when you're stepping into the next difficult battle. Think of Cloud in Final Fantasy VII. Even when all seems lost, or he's lost his mind, and Sephiroth's controlling him like a puppet, his team rallies behind their mission with passion. The live stream needs them, so no matter what happens in their party, they can't give up. Channel that energy in your gameplay and in your life. Take breaks when you need them and return with fresh eyes. I cannot emphasize enough how big of a game changer that is. Trust me, this mental reset can completely shift the way you see your gameplay experience the next time you show up to go after a victory. And that brings me to my next pro tip. Celebrate small wins. Did you make it 1 minute longer in the fight this time? Did you push to the next phase? Did you get just 2% closer? Those are all huge signs of progress. Keep building on them. Think about it. When we're in the zone, fighting against a tough boss, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and tension of the battle. But when we take the time to pause, reflect, and regroup, we're then able to approach the fight with renewed clarity and purpose. We can spot our openings quicker, exploit the weaknesses, and capitalize on opportunities that might have otherwise slipped through our fingers. By slowing it down mentally, taking a deep breath, and giving ourselves a safe space to stay composed within ourselves, we're then able to turn the tide of battle in our favor, slowly over time, so that we can achieve victory when we're ready to seize it. Patience is arguably one of the most underrated skills in gaming. Boss fights like Jenova and Sephiroth require calm, strategic thinking, not reckless button mashing. When things heat up, try these simple tricks. Pause, plan, and execute. For example, when Sephiroth switches into his second phase, stop and reassess. What new mechanics are in play? What new attacks is he about to throw at me? Is this the time to go all in with our attacks or conserve our resources so we have our big burst later in the fight when we need it? Mastering patience lets you stay sharp during those critical moments when mistakes are most likely to happen, even the ones that end the battle right then and there. The more calm and focused you stay, the better your results are going to be. And that's our next pro tip. Use the fleeting lulls in the fight to breathe, regroup, and prepare your next move. Of course, building resilience takes time and effort, and it's not always easy. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when the frustration and disappointment seem too much to handle. But that's exactly when you need to dig deeper. Remind yourself of what your goal actually is, and push forward with a renewed sense of determination. Every failure, every setback, every mistake, every non-success is an opportunity to grow, learn, and become stronger. Now picture this. You're in the fight with Sephiroth. Your heart is racing, but you're calm and confident. You're watching everything happen around you, but you know the opening is right there. You've learned the attack patterns, adjusted your materia to be the perfect setup for your level, and you've developed a rhythm inside the fight. You know the one little thing you can do different, and the chance to do it is right there. If you miss that opening, you're just going to try again, but you're not going to miss it this time. You strike with purpose, and finally it happens. Sephiroth goes down. The game is over. And now you get to watch what happens to your friends that have been with you on the whole journey at the aftermath of the battle. That is what resilience in action gives us. The victory isn't just sweet because you defeated Sephiroth. It's satisfying because you persisted, adapted, and you got that moment for yourself as a player. The beauty of resilience isn't that it stops when the game is over. These same techniques you use to get your success in that in-game battle can help you face life's challenges with strength and determination just the same. The turning point comes when you see how your resilience techniques that help you triumph over Sephiroth are actually examples of how you can showcase your talents in other areas of life. Gameplay leads to insight. Imagine it. You're facing off against your own work, school, relationship, or home version of Sephiroth. Your heart's pounding in your chest. There's a success on the line that you really just want to get. You feel your palms are sweating. Your head is perspiring. Your mind is racing. You've tried these things before and you weren't successful, but this time something's different. You're ready this time. You have the power of resilience because you've been thinking about the way you are in a game and you want to use that mindset everywhere. You can take a deep breath, focus on the present, be in the moment, and you launch yourself into that attack pattern with full confidence and determination. You dodge, you weave, you strike, you counter. Everything you do is calculated because you're in flow and your decisions are deliberate. They match your reality perfectly. The fight can be intense in life and the stakes can be as high as you let them be. But if you're in the zone and you're fully present with focus in your playbook, you are ready. As the battle rages on, you start to feel a sense of flow, a sense of momentum building inside you. You're not just reacting to Sephiroth's attacks. You're anticipating, adapting, and improvising. You're learning, growing, and evolving with every passing second. And then in a flash of insight, it happens. You see the opening, you seize the moment, and you strike the final blow. The screen fades to black, the music swells, and you're left standing victorious, triumphant, and proud of yourself. That's what resilience is all about. Video games can show us what it is. They can teach us how to find it, but it's up to us to bring it with us into the rest of life. To wrap up, I've highlighted the importance of resilience and how it can transform your mindset for tough boss fights in-game and outside of gaming. By cultivating that inner strength that's in all of us, we not only will conquer our challenging foes like Sephiroth, but will also upgrade our entire gaming experience in what we call the gamer's journey. If you're ready to take your gaming mindset to the next level, you can always check out more ideas like this in my book, The Gamer's Journey, and the link will be in the description. Or you can join the conversation in my online communities on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, and Patreon. Links are also in the description below. And hey, what's the toughest boss fight you've conquered? Drop that in the comments. I'd love to read them and hear your own battle stories. One final thing, if videos like this have made your day and your gaming life a bit more enjoyable, please subscribe, hit the like button, and remember, resilience doesn't just win boss fights. It creates memories that become a part of who we are. Until next time, stay strong, find your resilience, and as always, continue the journey.